All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
How we doing, everyone? Welcome to At the Close. I'm Spencer. That's Joel. And the theme of the day, as it is most days, is buying the dip. Works again. We got way more green than red on my screen today. Every sector except for utilities in the green right now, and even the utilities are down 0.01%, which let's just call it even. We'll call it even. All right. Every index in the in the green today. Joel, let's bring up your charts and let's talk about it.
Now we know who's the genius of the show. It's Spencer Israel.
All right, that's it.
With the buy the dip and the call for new all-time highs and the fear of a sell-off. I guess it was a combo, me and you, nailing the food, China going after food companies. The combination.
I don't think we can say China's going after food companies. We can say a lot of restaurant stocks are with exposure to China are trading down today because China's really bad at retail sales print.
Right, and also the potential regulation, right, coming down the pipeline. But no, I mean it's a step back Wednesday here. All starts with a double bottom, right? There was a lot of choppiness in the pre-market, and we went down, and it looked like we were taking out that low from yesterday. 25 and a quarter was below the pre-market low, and the buy of the dippers came in and bought us up. We were doing okay. We were chopping around. Things really got a little bit fluffy when we took out that pre-market high right here. And now here we took out Tuesday's high, and we're working on Monday's high. That's the top number on my sheet. And since I won't be doing any levels tomorrow due to the holiday,
Right.
you guys are going to be keeping an eye on 43.83.50. I think also helping the market today in a big way is the crude complex. The oil complex trading up. That's a big day, up 217 at 72.63. Maybe we got 74 on the mind. That's where you have a pair of highs back from the end of July, early August. Gold, I couldn't figure why it was going up yesterday. Well, it's going down today. Trading range 1780, let's call it, to 1810. Silver, that's down 7 cents, 23.82. Bitcoin, that's up 1645 at 48,160. That kind of broke out of a little bit of a short-term trading range. And here comes Ethereum. That is up 186.75, 5.5% at 43.75.
So a couple comments to make. One, Joel, is this a what's the word I'm looking for? Does this mean that sell Roche by Yom? Does that mean that it worked? No, it didn't.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. I was thinking about that too.
Didn't work.
And it's still. This is what it did last year.
Maybe it did work. I don't know.
It did work. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go strictly according to the numbers, right? Erev Rosh Hashanah was on Tuesday, right? And
okay.
We
so pull the ES back up there. So if you sold on Tuesday,
which is right here. Let me go to my arrow to illustrate.
Looks like I don't know
right here.
Not this hard. Where's the cursor? Hold on, I gotta make you bigger on my screen. Okay, top right. Yeah. Okay, right. So Tuesday was the 7th, right?
Yes.
So if you sold on the 7th, and you bought today.
Well, you're really supposed to wait till tomorrow.
Well, right, tomorrow. Right.
Yeah. But because when I did my article this year, I did note that there was a bigger, the market did sell off and it did come back. So I don't know if you had to get in at a higher reentry point. I don't know if that's going to happen. We do have 2 days left.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a little bit. So I would say, for the most part, but just like any position, you got to it ain't a winner chicken dinner until you
Yeah.
book it.
Right. So tune in a week from now when we know for sure whether it actually worked. But it's funny because oftentimes these market idioms don't actually work. But this whatever. Anyway, my second point was as Easy Mike mentioned in the chat as well. Joel and I were sort of half jokingly this morning. I think before we went on, we're talking about companies. Like who's China gonna hit next, right? And we talked about Yum China this morning,
Yeah.
which again, as I just mentioned, is I'm imagining is related to the weak retail sales print
Yes. Yeah.
for August. But just like you, Easy Mike, I'm sort of caught off guard. It just didn't occur to me that a company like Starbucks, which we all know Starbucks has a very large exposure to China, right? They're expanding there. It's a huge market for them. Didn't occur to me that a stock like Starbucks would get hit so hard, but here we are, and turns out basically any restaurant, any U.S. restaurant company stock, whatever, with exposure to China is getting hit today.
Yeah, I mean, like we were kind of tongue in cheek about that, and we're going after it, and sometimes keeping it simple, stupid,
Yeah,
is a way to go.
yeah,
And here you do. I mean, there's definitely, I mean, no direct hit on Starbucks as we know, but you got the lower open, and that's a significant down day after
mm-hmm.
two down days on Monday and Tuesday. I don't want to say this is in trouble, but you got to keep an eye on your next monthly low, 111.81 currently. We just undercut the low from last month at 13.61. I think you got to do your homework and you got to figure out how much profits are derived from the overseas markets, and then keep that into consideration. Certainly not help or hurting the U.S. Equities or the overall S&P 500 index. We're roaring back here. Just made a new high for the session at 76.50. So, yeah, maybe you could do some homework over tomorrow or tonight, find out, what percentage of their sales comes from China, and then I look for other companies that are in a similar position. China, we mentioned Starbucks, so
Yeah.
maybe the chat can help us out here.
Well, yeah. From what it seems like, and what the data said today was that basically, Chinese consumers are spending way less than economists thought they had spent last month. That combined with whatever, I don't know if you all have been following what's going on with China Evergrande. If you haven't heard about that, I recommend doing some reading. But basically, China's largest real estate um, lender, or not lender, developer, is about to default on their debt. Between that, what's going on with on the real estate front, between the
Yeah.
weak consumer spending front, are they going to have to devalue their yuan? I'm just speculating. I don't actually know, but there are some, and there's also Macau. There's some stuff going on. Some
Oh,
several
yeah.
different headwinds at the same time here in China. So basically, any company with any exposure to China is probably going to be something to watch.
And if you're attempted to just step out and buy the dip here in Starbucks or Yum China, just let me show you a little something here. We did get a bounce today. We were thinking maybe the old 2 day move couldn't take out. Oh, it did take out that pre-market low, and it kept on going. Made the low early in the session. Just learn from history here, and maybe tomorrow. Oh, look at LVS. Triple D with the level. Triple D talked about 36.42. I talked about the spike to 35 in the pre-market. That didn't get there. I mean, always a good thing is, hey, if you like the 36.42 and you don't want to get your head chopped off, let it come back down and, maybe say, oh, put a buy stop in at 36.42. In the event that you would have done that, you wouldn't have taken any heat on that trade. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But, 2 day moves are, we don't call them 2 day moves because they're a 1 day occurrence.
Gosh, this is off topic a little bit, but Gary Gensler is such a tease from the SEC. He just tweeted right just now, and I'll bring it. I'll bring it up here on my screen. This is a Twitter thread. Um, And I'll point your attention to this last tweet on the bottom of the page here. We've been working on a report that will be published soon about the meme stock events of January. Gary, just tell us when you're going to publish it and
Gary,
publish it, please.
Gary, get the hell off Twitter. What
Eh,
is he doing on Twitter?
He's giving the people an update. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just sort of like nitpicking here, but
Well, can he just tell the truth and that he's been listening to Benzinga's pre-market prep show
why? No,
and
no,
he's
that would
figured
be bad.
everything?
I don't want. I want him doing SEC things. I don't want him listening to us. That
Can
would
you
be.
get him on the show?
I can try. I can. I reached out to the SEC in the past. They're a very hard nut to crack. Anyway,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
okay. What else? What else did
What's
we?
going on with the hood? What's going on with the hood today?
I
Man,
don't.
how about those bozos that where was it those oh we initiation with the buy. I could tell you, I don't even need to know the dates on this. This is where these bozos on Wall Street came out right here. I believe it was these couple days here. Go back. Go
I,
back and check it. I'll say initiations with the buy, I would say August 23rd, maybe.
Well,
Right?
okay, so that appears to have been the day that the analyst quiet period expired because there was
Yeah.
how many ratings on that day? One, let me just show it in the pro. I'll make it bigger for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ratings on that day. Of those 10, it appears 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them were buy. 4 of them were neutral. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, looks like we got 4 buys, 4 neutrals, and underweight. 5 buys. I can't count. The point is, yes, you're right. It was the 23rd/24th.
Yeah. I bet you they wish they would have stayed quiet a little bit longer on the stock, huh?
Hey, he'll
Wow, wow, wow.
be here all week.
Yeah, no, I won't. I won't be
Actually,
here tomorrow. Don't lie to our people.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, folks. Listen, I gotta apologize. Dennis was just off the rails today. I mean, man, we just kind of fed on each other. But you know what? We're here. We're here. We should say we're not here for informational purposes. We're here for entertainment purposes.
That too.
Some people think it's funny, but some think it's not. Hood hanging out. I don't know what to think about this stock. I mean, you are getting a bunch of lows in the same area, maybe a little institutional accumulation. Maybe we're not going to get to that 37.29, but I don't know. Quiet chart here. Do we have any highs in the same area? Perked up today a little bit. Let me give you a level for you hood bulls out there. There's a triple top. Let's call it 42.40. You clear that? You might. 41.74 up a buck 70. Tomorrow when I'm out, keep an eye. 42.40 in the hood. Robin Hood.
Can we talk a little bit more about just oil for a second here? Because oil is
Yeah.
just not stopped running.
What is going on with oil? Did
Can't-
OPEC decide to stop production or something?
I'm pretty bad at following the commodity markets. I have to confess.
Jeez.
So, I don't know.
I don't know either. It just goes. I mean, found support is 68. I could just the rolling front month contract. I mean, there's no daily high. I mean, 73.70 was your high on August 2nd, and then you had a high the day before at 73.98. That's still a stick away, but you got it in the 73 handle today. Maybe it's going to take a little bit more time to get up there, but there's some upside objectives for oil. And I noticed that they weren't very kind to the crude stocks yesterday, but it looks like that was a buying opportunity. Not ZOM, XOM, ExxonMobil. Come on, baby. Come on for me. XOM. XOM having a good day. Thought it needed to clear 56, and it did it today instead of yesterday. CVX is probably still having a good day. Boy, the oils used to. Ooh, look at this CVX, folks. If this continues, ooh, boy, big level here. 98.70. Listen to these highs: 871, 874, and 853. Get through there, and you got another leg on the upside there in CVX.
I was like semi confident, this morning that when I saw Microsoft, and I thought, okay, like it looks like it opened at the high of the day right there, right? But not so fast, my friend, because Microsoft is now
Yeah.
a dime away from making a new high of the day.
Right, and that all we talked about that area
Yeah.
of potential resistance, and you know what the interesting thing too is, Mr. Softy almost gave you a look at the top of the previous day's range. Now you would have had to step out there early, but it did get down to 301.82, 301.39, the high from yesterday. I think you can stick a fork in me on this one. I think Triple D's got me. They
Mhm.
that buyback, that $60 billion buyback.
And a dividend raise. Let's not forget.
Yeah, dividend raise. I mean, I don't know if they have something better to do with their money except take money out of my pocket with the lunch bet. But no, I mean, just show the trend is your friend, and 305.85 is the actual all-time high, and Microsoft poised to post a new all-time closing high. That I believe that former one was at 465 or 485. So going with the news, going with the trend. Microsoft
Yeah.
getting paid.
Yeah, and going back to the commodities for a second, it's not just oil; it's also nat gas, it's also uranium. Everyone in the chat was all over me to this morning because I said I don't know, I don't get this uranium thing. I don't understand why. So apparently, it's just a very simple market dynamic where Sprots is buying a lot of uranium. This is
Who is?
the company behind the Uranium Trust, the largest,
Oh, okay.
and therefore it's driving up the price. So I guess shame on me for not knowing that, but it does seem like we're in a bit of a cycle here for some of these commodities. Nat gas is ripping, oil ripping,
Yeah. Oh.
uranium ripping. Uh,
That just goes back to the potential inflationary thing there, but the CPI didn't reflect that yesterday. So
no,
um, there you have it. I don't know. Don't follow the uranium
yeah.
stocks, but they're moving, and I don't know. The ETF maybe topped out a little bit today. I don't know. I
All right.
mean, no resistance in sight.
Joel, I want you to look at Win for a second here because the question on my mind now is tomorrow the third day in a row where we, open where we find ourselves at 7:30 a.m., 8 a.m., and then we're down another, $4.
Nah,
No.
nah, nah. I mean, I don't know for sure, but wanna I think they'll lay off for a day or
Okay.
2,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, that buy the dip on the second day may be working. There's some big gaps in there. To me, at least based on the price action, that, no, they're gonna lay off for a night.
Okay. I hope you're right because I feel bad. I feel bad for these casinos. I mean, this is no fault of their own.
Now, what's going on with Penn was in that's having a little rebound, DKNG. I mean, messing with
Like,
fire in these things. At least DKNG put a little double bottom there if you're looking for a little swing trade here. Two lows in the same area. That's what you need.
see, this is what makes the market frustrating is because you could have done all the homework you wanted to do on Win or LVS or whatever, and looked at the business and looked at the balance sheet and all that stuff. But then something that has nothing to do with the company itself and the running of the business comes out. Oh, China's going to step in and do some weird regulatory stuff and change how Macau works. There's no way to see that coming.
You
It's,
know,
it's just
do,
frustrating. It's frustrating.
do,
I don't have any casino stocks, but if I did, I'd be pretty pissed off right now.
Wynn has been out of favor ever since
Well,
Stevie was a little flirty.
yeah, that was like 2018. That was like 3 years
Yeah,
ago. Yeah, that was the
yeah,
all-time high.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, and he got out good, and, boy, I don't know what's going on in Vegas right now. I mean, did you hear anything talking about vacancies or anything like that? I mean, that's and
Mm,
then now you have all this online competition. I mean,
no,
ugh.
I don't know about that, but I will say, everyone, and I mentioned this morning as well. On Friday's pre-market prep, not tomorrow, but Friday, we will be talking to the CEO of Penn National Gaming, Jay Snowden. So it's 8:30 a.m. Friday morning.
Interesting.
We're gonna talk about all this with Jay Friday at 8:30 with PENN.
That's nice. You know what? Have you've been to Vegas, right?
Yes, but not since I've been of
A
age.
little kid.
I was there when I was 19, which doesn't really count.
Right, you were too young. Circus du Soleil, man. Did you? I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God,
I saw love. I saw
those
love.
people are crazy. I mean, that stuff they do is crazy. I don't know if I'll get to see that again, but whew, man, these stocks. LVS getting a little bit of bounce. I want to see if Triple D tried to get cute and rebuy his position. I doubt he did. He's just looking for an exit on that one. But S&Ps, we just hit 77.75. That was your intraday from high from yesterday was 77 and a quarter. So still have 9 minutes left in the trading day. So backed off a few points, but round tripper back down to the low from yesterday and back up to the intraday high, kind of reverse.
Let's do some ticker time. Drop some tickers in the chat, and Joel and I will look.
Yeah, you will look, Mister
Let me make sure
Mister Bull.
Let me make sure there was nothing else that was on my list here.
You know what? I want to talk just real quick about Apple.
Okay.
Well, my level looked good this morning when I went to 149.05, and then it boom, went down, took out yesterday's low, 46.91. That turned out to be one hell of a buy as it went to 46.37, and now you're back up to making new highs. Uh, so I guess this works against our China theory, right? Right,
Yeah.
don't they? Right, right. But I mean, everyone's gonna have Chi probably has an iPhone, so I don't know. I doubt that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's a nice rebound. It's back. Undercut the low from yesterday, so we'll see what happens. But I'd say, what I technically when I was speaking about it, I said, hey, got to close back over that 148.70, and it looks like that's what we're gonna do in Apple today. Go ahead, go to the tape.
Here's one. I don't know if he meant. Jamie A dropped in Sarepta SRPT. That's what he typed. I assume he meant that, but he may have meant support.com. But SRPT is Sarepta, Jamie, if that's what you meant. That one's super quiet these days.
Super sleepy.
Yeah, we don't talk about Sarepta anymore, really.
No. I mean, you got an institutional bottom in here, right? Boom, all these lows. I know Kathy's in it, but so what's the new symbol for GREE? GRE?
Wait. This is a different company. This is Sarepta is Sarepta.
Right now, I know, but you think they meant support.com, right?
No. He says he
It
meant
is Sarepta?
He says he meant
Okay.
Sarepta. Forget Gree. Back to Sarepta.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah.
know. Um, I mean, I'm not arguing against it here. You have a short term breakout here. How a daily can look so different than a monthly. On a daily, like whoa, 66 to 84. Put the brakes on this rally. But then you look at that bottom right chart and you're like, baby, this thing is just getting going. So I like the move today. Probability maybe a 2-day move. You cleared that 82. I'd be a buyer in the lower 82s on a pullback because that was a former area of resistance. And what are you going to do on this bar right here? This was a bad day when it caromed all the way from 86.12. So that's my next target. We didn't get there today. Kind of like to look at the close on days before they have a bad day. And closed at 86.12. Actually had a pair of closes there back in June. For some reason, it spiked to 90 the following day. I'm not sure what the news was. Closed at 83, and then it was lights out. So intermediate number, 86.12. Your next real number on the upside is 90 as far as daily highs go. But the first day, perhaps of a 2-day move, keep an eye on that close and that high from the close and the high from today.
Welcome back, Dino. Went on a trip to Spain in the chat. Dino, tell us what the mood was like out over there. I'm always interested to see or hear what the mood is. How open are things anywhere that's not where I am, right? So, tell us what it was like in Spain. I'm very curious. Someone dropped a tick. Emily dropped Walgreens in the chat. WBA. Which I'm not.
Why did they ever? I mean, why did they ever change their symbol? I mean, why did they do this old Boots
Oh,
Alliance
it's funny
thing?
because I'm pretty sure they sold boots.
Really?
I'm 90%
They
sure.
bought and they kept the name?
I'm pretty sure they sold boots earlier this year.
That's
Yeah,
gotta be one of the
Chad,
worst
Chad,
moves
help me out on that. So there's no boots in the Walgreens Boots Alliance now. It's just
in real. And then they got rid of, is there a WAG? Did someone take their symbol back? I
I
mean,
don't
you
know.
talk about a symbol atrocity here. Let's see. WAG is probably some dog store. No, they should get that symbol back. Powerful move yesterday. That 48 is where the big boys were stepping up, and they did yesterday. They did again today. Emily, let's keep an eye on this level right here. 50 in a queue. Current high 50.19. Still pressing up against that area. So too early to call the double top, but I think above that area, maybe work your way closer to 51. Also, boy, that's a 2-point intraday move. I don't know if you had news on that or not. Overall, pretty much a dog, though. I mean, this stock serial underperformer, still below your pre-COVID highs, which is not good. Tons of monthly resistance over 55 if you're looking for a longer term target, really 56 to 57 on the upside. And what I like to do when I see a move, I'd like to see if this is a one off or just your relationship trading. Same thing. CVS gets a boost, a little rotation here. 85, or excuse me, 86. That's your 4-star level in CVS.
I'm trying to understand so Blue Apron, APRN, they're doing a capital raise. They're raising $78 million via
Why?
sorry, 45. No, $78 million. Yeah. And then a couple people on their board resigned. Planned equity capital raise, including a 45 million fully backstopped rights offering to holders of its Class A common stock. Okay, I'm trying to look at some.
I mean, this is just a pig. I mean,
Yeah,
you want to own it off this? It's running. It filled the gap from
I
June.
guess I need the money. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you had? I don't know if Lisa's ordered from different places. I mean, I just tell her she should just cook because she's so much better than these places.
I
But
have used Blue Apron, but I have never. I've only used it when you get like an offer from a friend, like they'll give you like a free whatever, like a free or like some
yeah,
amazing offer, like they give you like 2 weeks worth of meals for like $40 or whatever. So, but I've never actually like been a paying subscriber.
boom, boom. I mean, nice day. Press it up against the highs. Got to keep it on. Maybe get the continuation tomorrow. 595. Your June 15th high.
Okay, here's one, another one. Callaway Golf, ELY. They announced a 3 million share offering this morning, and the stock is up 11% on that. Go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure. It's a mixed shelf offering, which just means that they're gonna like keep the offering on the table should they need it. They may not. They don't have to do it though. They don't have to actually.
That I mean, they should do okay this quarter because I use Callaway golf balls,
Yeah.
and I like for me, I just buy a bunch of golf balls and then boom, I knock it out of bounds. Or like if I can't find it right away, I'm like whatever, drop, stroke penalty. That's a big move. Undercut the
Whoa.
low of the
Lost, I
time
lost.
flies.
I lost
Yeah,
time.
undercut the low of the move, and let's see if this moves for real. If it's mixed shelf, they probably won't have a price, right? Because it's going to probably be debt and
Yeah. Yeah.
equity. So keep an eye on that offering price. Let's see. Next target for Eli Goff, 30.96. Staying above 30. Yeah, like once again, perhaps a 2-day move.
All right, that's a wrap. Joel, we will miss you tomorrow. Have a very easy fast, sir.
Okay.
And we'll see you on Friday. And,
Okay.
and
I'll do some atoning for you too.
thank you. Please atone for me as well. Please atone for Jason while you're there. Please atone for Aaron Bree while you're there. And you can just atone for all of us in one fell swoop. And Joel, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Okay.
All right, everyone.
Great job, Spencer.
have a
Listen
good
to Spencer, man. The kid knows what he's been trained so well. He really knows what he's talking
kid.
about.
I'm in my 30s now. Can I still be called a kid?
And you're a kid to me. When I have a
All right.
kid that's your age, you're a kid.
All right, that's fair enough. All right. Thanks a lot, Joel. Have a good one. Have an easy fast. Guys, what's coming up next? The 10-minute stock trader, Christopher Ewell. The link is in the chat right there. We just posted it. Or just go to youtube.com/Benzinga. Okay, youtube.com/Benzinga. This is going to end, and it's not going to redirect you to our next show. Unfortunately, we're having issues with YouTube today and yesterday. But it's going to be there right now. It's starting. I'm ending. Tune into that show live right now. Everyone have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow bright and early.